Hello Libra, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Jen with Bohemian Path Tarot, and we are doing August readings today with the Light Seers Tarot. As always, these are general readings for a general Libra audience. So take what resonates for you and please leave the rest for another Libra. I invite you, oh nice. I invite you to check out the videos for your major astrological placements. So your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign for the most resonant experience. Sometimes one or the other is more resonant. Sometimes it's a little bit from everything is helpful. So let's see. I'm noticing you've got 1, 2, 3 major arcana here. And we end on the sun. What a wonderful way to end the month with the sun card. But before we get there, let's start with your first column, the Emperor and the Knight of Cups. So I would say, Libra, now this isn't going to be true for everybody, but for anyone who is looking for a romantic situation, whether you're single and looking or looking for a romantic situation to move to the next level, this would be a great omen right here. Now, the Emperor can be a sign of a stable, secure, mature partner. Doesn't have to be male, but would be a great sign of that if you are looking for a grown-up male partner. The Emperor is typically a secure builder, someone who knows themselves, knows what they want in their world, and is ready to take responsibility for building it, for showing up, for taking the steps, for creating their world and being the person they want to be in the world, to have the sort of environment they want around them, and to be the productive person they want to be in their world. And the Knight of Cups is often a romantic character. Our knights are messengers that inspire action, and cups, of course, represent our emotional life. So the knight would typically bring an invitation that you want to respond to. So this would be an invitation to a date, or an invitation to a next level, an invitation to that conversation. Where are we? Where are we going with this relationship? Do you want to go steady? You know, and those sorts of conversations, if that makes sense for you in your situation, Libra. If you're already in an established relationship, this, of course, could be something like taking a relationship to the next level, or recommitting to a relationship, or it could be something that is not about establishing or recommitting a relationship. For those of you for whom it makes sense, this could be something like a boss figure in a artistic field. So you could get something like an offer in an artistic field. That seems very different from going on a date or something. But I'm doing this reading for a wide audience, so I have to cast a wider net, right? So the Emperor, as I mentioned, is a boss character or an established figure who has typically built an empire or is in building an empire, or who has something to offer, or who could invite you to a job, a role, or a relationship in some fashion. And again, the Knight of Cups could be an emotional commitment, or could be associated with the arts, or even something like a therapy collaboration in some fashion through the arts, or it could be like a choir or something like that. So take it as it resonates for you, Libra. This would be an invitation that would feel validating and empowering for, however it applies to you. Now, in the next column, we have the Ten of Cups and the Ace of Swords. The Ten of Cups is typically a sort of a celebratory card that acknowledges your connection to your community or your tribe, and even opens up or expands your connections. So perhaps you've been doing some vacationing, or you may have had some a celebration with family or friends. For those of us, I live in the northern hemisphere, so we're still sort of in summer mode up here. A lot of us may have taken a summer vacation, so you may have, as indicated in the art on this card here, enjoyed summer vacation with your family or with friends, and reconnected with loved ones. There could also be a reason to connect with another group or association, a cosplay group. Comic-Con just happened, or is still happening maybe as I record this, or it could be, this could also be an association, as I mentioned, with the Knight of Cups, and another sort of artistic group, expanding your connection with some other association, making new friends, making new connection. Sometimes this comes up because it's a 10 here, and 10s are often endings and new beginnings, so you could be starting a new cycle. For some Librans, this could be something like starting a new family. It could indicate, again, this is just some Librans, right? A pregnancy, or a new addition to the family, a niece, nephew, grandchild, something like that. If it's not joining a club or an association, something like that. Paired with that expansion of your sort of tribe or your associations is the Ace of Swords, which is, aces are always portals or new chapters. And swords are the field or the area of thoughts, communications, philosophies, our ideas. Sometimes, certainly in this modern world, marketing, branding, social media. So you could be beginning a new phase of your sort of life on social media. Maybe you're launching a new social media channel, brand, content, something like that. You could be maybe getting an invitation or interview, rather. This could be a good time to freshen your resume or just your branding on social media, if it's time to launch something, or just sort of freshen your brand or how you present yourself on social media. The fact that it's paired here with this, whatever your expanding or expansion of your family or tribe, for those of you who might be joining an association or going back to school, or joining a club, or you know, doing a play or something, you know, how you are marketing yourself in that way can really open up some opportunities for you. So take that as it resonates in your situation. Now, this is a really interesting column here. The Four of Wands and the Tower. The Four of Wands suggests a sort of a party or a celebration following a milestone or an achievement. I always mention, you know, I do a lot of theater outside of my life with the tarot, among other things. And so this comes up for me with opening nights or closing nights. So it could be something along those lines. Sometimes it's like a graduation. It could be something like an engagement party or something, but there's usually an achievement piece, like you have achieved something and you want to share it with your family, your friends, loved ones. And there's some celebration. The Wands suit is associated with our ego, our passions, our healthy ego, right? The things that we want to be associated with or known for, the things that we get excited about, the things that drive us, our passions. So there's some piece of that your passions that are involved with this celebration. Along with that is this tower moment. And of course, towers can be dramatic, but they can also be a breakthrough. Sometimes we have a breakthrough because we weren't really paying attention. Sometimes something we had been putting off or procrastinating on can cause an issue. For me, I wasn't paying attention to a car issue earlier this summer, and because of that, I had to get car maintenance, and it was a bit of a tower moment for me. I didn't have a chance to do it on my own. Let's see if we can get this in better focus. That's better. I wasn't able to do it really on my timetable. I had to take time off from work and from my day job and handle some car maintenance. So sometimes a tower can behave in that way. But sometimes a tower moment is a sudden insight or a breakthrough that kind of clears away like the dead wood or the detritus and allows for light to come through. And that's kind of what's captured here in this moment, this lightning that strikes a tree, which is, you know, kind of scary for the squirrel, I suppose, but it's about to bring through the light into the dark forest. So that suggests that whatever this Four of Wands is here, this milestone or this celebration is going to lead to some sort of major illumination, some big, quick moment of a sort of a breakthrough that penetrates a dark forest, if you will. So there may be a sudden turnaround or a moment around the third week of August when Mercury has just gone direct that you have to deal with, maybe even a sudden schedule change to deal with this. Something that no longer serves falls away. You know, what's interesting is the next card is the Six of Swords, which is an indication that a piece of information has come through that allows you to move forward. The Six of Swords is that clarity piece that allows you to move through to calmer waters. So the Tower is an illuminating moment, and this illumination allows you to move. You can see in the artwork, even on this card, that the storm is behind her. So whatever the storm is that caused the lightning, it allows the our central character here, which is you, Libra, to then make the decision to move forward and move towards calmer shores. And then, of course, we also have the sun, as I mentioned. You know, the sun is allowed to penetrate the dark forest, right, with this illumination. And the sun is our ultimate victory card. It's ease, it's flow, it's victory, it's all good things. So it's actually one of the harder cards to interpret, I find, because it could really be anything. It could be anything you're hoping for, and it can also be nothing. It can just be so easy, so without worries, so without stress. So if you needed a vacation, this can be that card. If you had just been so kind of working at putting things together and rebranding and working towards your milestone or whatever, this could be the vacation at the end of it. Or if you had been working towards getting a particular job, towards freshening your resume so you could get that interview, so you could get that a job that you wanted, that could be what this is. And finally getting this could be the victory card, celebrating the win of getting the position, your dream gig. This could be finally getting to visit Spain, or your dream holiday. This could be so many positive things, but it's a win, it's a victory. It's often associated with warm places. It's often associated with ease. It's associated with a clarity and light, and having the answer and seeing the big picture. So take that as it resonates for you, Libra. So let's do a quick review here. This is a boss character, can be male, but may have an invitation for you. Could be a job, could be romantic, depending on your circumstances, especially paired with the Knight of Cups. But this could also be a creative project, or possibly something therapeutic. The Ten of Cups is being aware of being a part of a vibrant community and expanding that community, perhaps through your family expanding, perhaps by joining an association, potentially creative community, or by expanding your family, or even and this could be refreshing your social media, or this could be in a number of ways new invitations in terms of interviews, anything to do with writing, communication, legal pursuits, a new chapter in education. This is celebrating a milestone reached in terms of a creative project or a passion, some sort of party shared with friends and loved ones. This is a breakdown that leads to a breakthrough that lets in the light. Clarity that allows you to move to calmer shores. And this is the final win, the victory card, maybe even a vacation or some sort of very positive final outcome. It's really a beautiful reading. And I hope you love it, Libra. I'm going to leave it there for now. If this was helpful, I hope you'll consider leaving a like or share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. In any case, thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, take good care. Bye for now.